And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition of the Sparkling Tuna Cup. The Sparkling Tuna Cup number 116. Your weekly dose of Tuna Cup action. I'm of course your ZvP, with me and joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Ay, papi, as it has been far too long. It's been far too long, papi. It's great to be back. Again, we have been a little bit lighter when it comes to broadcast this week, just because I've been recovering from RSL. I'll be honest, last week I was so worn out after the rival StarCraft League, after the weekend. We got through it. We got through it in the end. We did actually skip Pickator Cup last week, as a result of that, but we should be able to get back into the swing of things and catch up on some of those missed broadcasts as well. So we should be catching up. Otherwise, welcome and all. Exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look at the back yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we have our first series here. It's going to be a ZvP between GgMaChine and ReBellioN. We have a full round of 16, and we'll be going over the bracket momentarily after this series. Let's go. Let us go. When it comes to this week's broadcast, again, we did have the podcast. We started MSO last night, of course, as well, and we should be catching up on what is ZvP Mondays, Pickator Cups, and more content throughout the course of the week, coming in towards the holidays. But until then, let's jump in. Let us jump in. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the pink Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss for Among Us Two People. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the green Zerg player, the green Zerg player himself, the green Zerg. It is GgMaChine. And you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open and place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our PVZ, as we get into our round of 16 match. Let's go. Let us go. So best of luck with your Gamba. Coming into this, I would say that GgMaChine is the favorite player, but ReBellioN, you can never count him out. He is a very cheeky player in his own right. ReBellioN is very unique. He comes up with his own builds, and ReBellioN can be a very quirky player to play against. So we'll see what GgMaChine brings to the table. We'll see if ReBellioN can slip him up. Let's go. First things first, welcome to Tourmaline. Tourmaline is one of the more aggressive maps of the map pool. Shorter rush distance by ground, much more open third base, much more open fourth base as well. Open bases, open natural, open locations. We do expect to see hyper aggression on Tourmaline, and we'll see if that will be the case. Eyes are on ReBellioN to see how he does adjust. Now we expect ReBellioN to go for either a more aggressive or defensive build. Playing standard from here can be very difficult on Tourmaline, so we'll see how ReBellioN does mix it up. Likewise, we're expecting GgMaChine to cut worker production earlier, up to 3 bases, maybe a 4th base just for larva, and 3 base aggression is very common on this map. We'll keep an eye on our players though. We'll see at what point our players do deviate. Just catching up with the chat. I see Cyberjohn in the chat, Psycons as well, bienvenidos. I see Railgun, Railgun. I saw in the chat that apparently missed the signups. I know it's relatively early in Europe when it comes to the start time of a tournament. I say relative because I think it's at like what, 11 a.m, 10 a.m. Pappy, you can wake up in time. I believe, Pappy, I believe. Next time, Pappy, next time. We'll get Railgun involved. We'll get him in, get him to play. Yeah. I always appreciate some more Zerg. True, 100%. Always do appreciate it. There's a reason why we're casting GgMaChine at the start of the series, at the start of the broadcast. It is because he is the only notable Zerg player in the bracket. It would have been nice if there was more. If we get some Railgun, I'll cast Railgun, Pappy. I'll cast it. Well, some variety, Pappy. Some variety. Ay. But as often for a lot of these tournaments, I say for all tournaments really, a plethora of Protoss, plethora of Terran, and a sprinkling of Zerg. So we try to cover Zerg players while we can. That is why we chose this series to begin with. We'll go over the bracket soon after the series. Go. Meanwhile, Twilight Council. Twilight Council opener of ReBellioN. The initial Overlord is going to be caught. It is going to be barely hunted down. Cheeky moves here by ReBellioN, setting up the first Stalker. He gets a kill. He does waddle away. Very nice snipe. Will supply block GgMaChine. And behind this, again, Twilight Council into Glaives. Gateway Explosion is on the way. We have the Robo on the way as well. ReBellioN doubles down with a 2-base, 4-gate Glaive Adepts. Let's go. So 4-gate Glaives at ReBellioN. And again, if you remember, I spoke about this at the beginning of the broadcast, how we expected to see something quirky at ReBellioN. That's what we're seeing here and now. 4-gate Glaives. Meanwhile, GgMaChine, he's droning. He's getting a safety Roach Warren, checking his vision. He is behind the natural. He's making his way into the main base. Likewise, he checks the front door as well, and he should be able to confirm the gateway explosion and the tech of choice. So GgMaChine should be able to get eyes on what is going on. Overlord does dive in. We have the attempted denial here with this Stalker. Does try to deny the scout, but again, there's too much HP, only one Stalker, and we should get eyes on the gateways, on the tech, on everything. Let's go. Let us go. Now, something that's important here is that we are staying in gas. What do I mean by that? 3 and 3. 3 gas mining, 3 workers mining the first gas geyser, 3 workers mining the second gas geyser. We have an excess of gas income, which means this is not 4 gate blink Stalker. We have 2 gateways at the natural. We have 4 in the main. We have 6 gate glaives, not 4 gate glaives. This is much more committed, much more aggressive, much more all in out of ReBellioN. Let's go. If he had pulled out of gas 2 and 2 instead of 3 and 3, then this would have supported 4 gateways, and that would have meant that we could have expanded behind this. But now with 6 gateways, we just double down, warp in 6 adepts at a time, and there is no expansion. So here we go. At the same time, GgMaChine, he does have his lings. Roach production has begun. Remember, he went for the safety Roach Warren. He cut workers at 38, just below 40 workers. So cut workers very early on. No SimCity. Adepts, they do commit. Oh, okay, he commits to the shade. Shades with the lings. At the same time, we do see GgMaChine, he does get across the map. He will try to force a defensive warp in. Adepts, they don't quite get into the mineral line, not yet. They shade away. Adepts shade away. Lings, they're going for the cyber core of all things. Let's go. Go for the cyber core, and we'll get a snipe. Not bad. Adepts try to work their way in. Cybercore gets sniped. Stalker as well, which means no warp-ins. No more warp-ins. Only slow lots can be reinforcing. Cybercore is being rebuilt. Adepts are being forced back. And GgMaChine, he didn't lose any workers. He's been droning actually in the middle of the defense. GgMaChine in a commanding position here. Didn't lose any workers. Looking at his lost tab. He lost 1 drone so far this game in total. He lost lings, but again, it was worth it. The lings, they delayed reinforcements. They forced back the army. And now ReBellioN, he's stuck on 2 bases. He's expanding. Rough expansion. Rough timing here for the 3rd. Very late. Very late 3rd base by ReBellioN. In the end, this adept timing did not work out. Now, there is a silver lining. There's a silver lining here. The silver lining is that the adepts, most of them survived. Most of them were not thrown away. So, yes, he didn't do much damage, but he preserved the adept count, and now he's built up to 2 immortals, and now we have a follow-up 2-base all-in with immortals as the core of the army. Lings hit the 3rd. This is going to be cancelled. It's not about the 3rd base, though. It's about the defense. Back then we have a couple of Ravagers trying to lock down the adepts. Can he land them? The piles, they do connect. Massive connections. Takes down the adepts. The immortals are exposed. And Biles, yeah, they're going for the prism. Prism forced to pick up. Forced to unsiege. Queen's moving in. A lot of Ravagers going to be going down here. Uh-oh. Down to 4. Down to 4 Ravagers. Has to pull back. Has to pull away. Another Ravager goes down. 3 Ravagers left. Biles wants to engraze the army. Lings aiming from behind. And the Ravagers, can they get on top of that Prism? Oh my god. Yeah, Prism taking a lot of damage from the Queens. And GgMaChine holds. He holds. We have 28 Lings in production. The Immortal survived. The War Prison survives, but all the adepts did go down. Economy here is booming for GgMaChine. Remember, the 3rd base was denied for ReBellioN. So no 3rd expansion. No army. And the longer this goes on, the worse it is for the Protoss. Immortals, they're stuck trading with Lings. That's it's not ideal. At this point, GgMaChine can just drone. He can just drone up. He can saturate his 3rd base. He's under no real threat of the army. We do see that ReBellioN is attempting to expand, and GgMaChine has a choice to make. He could either just drone, saturate, get a 4th base, and build up into the mid game, or he can drone on 3 bases, get a 4th base just for larva, and then focus on a 3-base push with Ling Roach Ravager. And you can see that GgMaChine is he's not overdroning, right? He's not overdroning. He made some workers, but now he's still making roaches. He's aware that he has to be safe, not overly greedy. Oh no! Gets us around, gets an Immortal. Immortal gets picked up. Still only 2 Immortals left. Left, they cancel the shade. Army collapses in. Very nice around. Biles, they connect. And massive connections here on the adepts. And that's the army. Yeah, that's the army. This time the Wilds, they will connect. They shut down the prison. GG gets called, and GgMaChine takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG well played. GgMaChine does take a lead in this series, and we'll see if he can claim the series here and now. We'll see if ReBellioN can bounce back and force the ace match. Again, we expected something more aggressive, and ReBellioN, he doubled down on 2 bases, went up to 6k Glaive Adepts, but unfortunately he did not deal any economic damage. Remember, 1 drone was killed. 1 drone went down. That's all the damage that ReBellioN was able to deal. Back at home, he was forced to cancel his base. He lost his cyber core, more importantly, before that, if you recall. He lost any kind of momentum, and in the end, the aggression, the all-in didn't quite pan out there for ReBellioN. GgMaChine was playing safe enough. Remember, he went for a safety roach run. He cut workers at 38. He made roaches early on. He eventually made ravagers. Like, he was playing very, very safely. Very safely. GG. And with that, we're now getting into game 2, and we'll see if, again, ReBellioN can force that ace match. Now, I expect to see, once again, something quirky out of ReBellioN. Not quite 2 gates, sorry, not quite 2 base, 6 gate again into Glaive Adepts, but we could be seeing a fast Fleet Beacon into a fast Fleet Beacon, into a fast second Stargate, into Sky Toss, into a Tempest Rush, into a Carrier Rush. Like, we could see something more sinister here by ReBellioN. I don't expect to see standard play, but we'll see. We'll see as we're loading into Ruby Rock. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the pink Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss. Down in the series, looking to close it back in and force the ace match. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the green Zerg player, the green Zerg player himself, leading the series 1-0. It is GgMaChine. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's a Psyduck in the chat. Ah. It's beautiful. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Appreciate the Psyduck. As we are getting into our second game. So far so good. Again, we're expecting the openers to be standard, but we're keeping an eye on the tech of choice, whether we go for another Twilight Council or a Stargate or even a Robo opener. The tech here is what is important for ReBellioN. Let's go. Meanwhile, welcome to Ruby Rock. Why I bring up the tech and why we expect to see something different out of ReBellioN and not a standard opener is because this is also a very aggressive map. Shorter rushes by ground, open third base, open natural as well. I will say that this map is not as extreme as Tourmaline. It's not as aggressive, but still leaning towards aggression nonetheless, right? It may not be as indefensible as Tourmaline, but it's still up there and it still does favor aggression, and that's kind of what we're still expecting out of our players, out of ReBellioN. Let's go. Let's go. I put glitter in my washing machine. I have a sparkling tuna. Ah, beautiful. Ah, no. So now we are building up. We're soon getting our tech of choice. Based on the pylon placement, looks like a Stargate. Okay, Stargate opener out of ReBellioN. So far, so standard. But remember, we spoke about one of the options here that ReBellioN has, and I'm still not putting off the table the idea of going for a faster Fleet Beacon. So eyes on ReBellioN. We'll see if he goes Void Ray first. True. As once again, ReBellioN goes Adept first into a Stalker. The Stalker is designed to hunt down the Overlord, is to deny the vision, deny scouting. Ensure that GgMaChine does not, or is not aware as to what's going on. Overlord is activated. You can see it's rallied into the main. Overlord is diving in. GgMaChine takes his third. Takes his third base. Stalker is in position here at the natural. The Overlord will manage to squeeze by, and it's going to be Oracle first, not Void Ray. You can see the Oracle is rallied towards a pillar. So again, it looks like ReBellioN, his goal here is to hunt down that Overlord. Is to try to hunt it down. As he doesn't know where it is. Yeah, you can see the Stalkers moving in. So ReBellioN, he wants that Overlord. He wants that pillar. The Oracle has arrived, and there is no Overlord to be found. Yeah, he's looking for the Overlord. We know that it's already slipped by. Oh no! The Ling's gonna surround! That should not have happened. That should not have happened. The Stalker is gonna fall. The Oracle does turn around here, so rough reaction, rough response, rough position here for ReBellioN. Denied mining. Lings, they pull back in. They get a full scout of the main base, confirming more Oracles and the faster Twilight Council. That is a fast council. Fast council, late Forge. This looks like potentially Glaives, or it could even be very early Blink into a Blink all-in. So what's it going to be? Glaives or a Blink? Remember, there's no Forge, there's no +1, there's no upgrade. Higher chance is going to be Glaives. Ling is shut down, and remember, GgMaChine, he saw everything he needed to, and it's going to be, option number 3, early charge. Okay, so no Blink, no Glaives, but hyper aggression nonetheless, early charge timing. Now, what's really important here is that ReBellioN scouted. Remember, he saw everything in the main base, everything at the natural. He saw how early the Twilight Council was, so he knows to play it safe. He knows that something is coming his way, and already Roach Warren. Getting a safety Roach Warren. Again, ideally in a standard, in a more macro ZvP, you want to skip the Roach Warren. You want to skip it, and you want to go into early Evo Chamber, into +1 melee, into Ling Hydra. But because of the early tech, then there's a higher chance it's going to be early aggression, a higher chance you need those early Roaches to survive. Like, trying to go straight Ling Hydra can get you killed. And that's they commit. They get 1, they get 2. Do we get 3? No. Oh, 3? Okay. 3 drones go down. Oracles, they dive into the main. Getting 1 more drone. Ooh, taking a lot of damage though. A lot of hits. Roach speed is being researched. And now it's on now it's on GgMaChine to confirm, to try to recognize what exactly is coming his way. Is it Blink? Is it Glaives? Is it Charge? Lings, they poke in. That's completely barren and open third. Yeah, full surround on the shield battery. Oracles are raced back home. The battery goes down, and we scout what? We scout defensive adepts here. Okay. Does warp into adepts defensively. We should be hiding. Yep, we're hiding the Zealots. So this is very intentional. Ooh. As Lings, I believe they have not scouted yet. Yeah, Lings, they get a surround. They get 1 of the adepts. Nice pickoff. They pick in. Yeah, the Overseer comes in from behind. Zealots, they do walk across the map. Now, what I was saying here is that hiding these Zealots was very intentional from ReBellioN, but now have been revealed. And now they have been revealed. Plenty of Roaches in position, and oh, this is rough. ReBellioN, did he scout the Roach Warren? He didn't. He didn't see the Roach Warren, so he was assuming it was Ling Hydra. He was making an assumption here that there were no Roaches. He runs into just a brick wall of Roaches. He has to back the hell up, and now suddenly ReBellioN is in danger, because what comes next? All in. We have an all-in. We have Overlord Speed on the way. We have Dropper Lords on the way. We're loading up the Queens, the Roaches, the everything, and GgMaChine is going to be rallying the army across the map, whereas they have 0 saturation at the 4th base. So 3 base saturation, 66 drones, 4th base just for larva, 3 base all-in. So it's going to be a German taxi, 3 base all-in out of GgMaChine. This is very clinical. This is very common on maps like Tourmaline and on maps like Ruby Rock. Ooh, and it's going to be a tough hold, especially considering that we got the Immortal getting caught out. Ooh, taking a volley. Zealots there, I mean, they're trying to do what they can here, but a lot of Zealots are already going to be going down. Oracles go for the dive. Queens are dropping in. Yeah, we have Queens, we have Creep, we have Transfuse. Piles a zone away, that's 1 Oracle going down. And GgMaChine is done it. He's broken the natural. Pushing into the base. We have stasis traps here. We have the Immortal at the 3rd base. But again, ReBellioN is out of position. No! The Toast's pylon. Oh my god. The pylon goes down. GG gets called. And GgMaChine will claim the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played, GgMaChine. He will claim the series. He will advance on. Again, a very clinical kind of showcase here of reactive and defensive play, both in game 1 and in game 2. Remember, game 1, we saw 2 base all-in essentially out of ReBellioN, going for a 2 base all-in, going into mass 6 Glaive Adepts, and then GgMaChine was able to scout, able to react, able to respond, and play safe against that, cutting workers at 38. Here, we saw something different. We saw ReBellioN going into a later charge timing, but the early Twilight Council was scouted after the Stargate. That told GgMaChine to drone. That told them to drone up a little bit further, to saturate a little bit more, to get up to 3-base saturation, but still play it safe with the Roach Warren and play heavily into that Roach heavy composition and go for the 3-base all-in. And again, because ReBellioN was building up into an early timing, that kind of fell on its face. If you remember, these Zealots moved out, they ran into Roaches, they did nothing. They did nothing there. Again, the hope for ReBellioN was that GgMaChine was skipping Roach production, that he was going into something different. I mean, the whole point of that build would be to hide the Twilight Council. Unfortunately, it was seen, it was scattered, right? It was scattered, so it was unable to hide it. With that, GG well played. With that, we are getting into the rest of the brackets. Let's go. And also a big shout out to Captain Fish in the chat. Este Captain Fish.